What's going on, everybody? Good morning. I hope you guys are having a great morning, just like me. Well, I'm at it. It's hump day. It's Wednesday. It's almost Christmas. Time to get in that Christmas spirit. Time to get ready and get them presents ready for the kids and getting that spirit of Christmas and giving and having a good time and spending time with your family. It's a great time, great holiday season. So um, I'll throw that out there a little bit. Not quite sure, with the holidays coming up, how much everybody will be streaming and, people traveling and things like that. So, just want to put that out there every day that it's holiday season and I wish everybody the best for the holidays. And, with that, we'll go ahead and get after it. Go through some pre-market today. Go through some crypto news today, go through some crypto charts today, go through some crypto price action today, try to get things set up for the morning for everybody, um, and just kind of chop it up a little bit. I'm with you guys until about 8:15, somewhere in there, and then I gotta get on with my day. So go ahead and get right into it. Pre-markets right now, they all look green, they all look good. Nike and FedEx reported yesterday. They reported a lot of positive price action in their balance sheets, which surprised me a little bit because China was kind of closed and Nike still had some positive earnings going on. So that's really good for Nike. And I'm a diversified trader, so I do own a lot of stocks in crypto. So, this is good for me. So, Nike looks good. FedEx looks good. They're holding up. They held up the markets overnight um, with their earning report. But, from a pure market standpoint, the Dow looks good. S&P looks good. The NASDAQ looks good. They all look pretty good this morning, pretty solid this morning, going into the trading day. Uh, so not bad. Not. We like to wake up and see green. Makes everybody smile. Makes everybody have a good day. Um, so, um, but Elon tries to explain why Tesla is at its all-time low. Tesla's getting beat up in this market right now. So is an Amazon. Getting beat up. Two big boys getting really beat up in this market right now. Amazon lost $1 trillion over the year out of their balance sheet, and in Tesla right now sitting at one of its all-time lows. So, them two stocks are getting beat up, but with them getting beat up, obviously is opportunity. If you are into stocks and you do like the big boys, Tesla and Amazon are at a clearance price right now. Everything's at a clearance price right now. The world's at a clearance price right now. Crypto, stocks, everything. So, it's all down. Here's something I've been watching from a pure stock market standpoint is who's going to get the rights to the NFL Sunday Ticket. It looks like YouTube TV is in the lead for that for a while. It was Amazon and Amazon Prime and possibly Apple TV, but it looks like Google is stepping in and may take them rights away for YouTube TV. And what does that mean for anybody who's holding stock? Is the NFL is the biggest player in, in the sports business when it comes to revenue. So getting the NFL Sunday Ticket will really increase Google's ad revenue, which in turn will increase their stock value. So that's going to be a big deal for Google if they secure that. So just a little stock market information for you. Seiko, good morning. How are you? So that's a little stock market information for you right now. Tesla's at its all-time low. Amazon lost $1 trillion in market cap, and it looks like Google may be securing the NFL Sunday Ticket. So that's big news for the stock market. For investors if you're looking to invest. But it looks green right now, guys. We love to see this waking up and looking green. stock market, S&P, the Dow, and in the NASDAQ, they all look really good this morning. And obviously that's going to roll over to the crypto market. Hopefully, you hope to see that. Fear and greed index went down this morning. We're at 29 yesterday, which was fear. And we dipped a little bit to 26, which puts us back, which keeps us in fear, but we're dipping down a little bit. But we've been around this 25 to 30 range. You look at last week, we're at 30. Today we're 26. We've been hovering around this 26 to 30 range for a little while now. So it doesn't really have a big impact on where we currently are in the crypto market, because we've been dealing with this for about, a little while. So, not a lot of movement in the fear and greed index. Crypto, let's look at it on the daily. Let's see what the overseas markets did last night, and how they viewed crypto overnight, while the American markets wake up this morning and start to trade. XDC, we talked a little bit about this yesterday. It's up another 5.4% today. And a lot of this is built around this wallet that they're coming out with. I still haven't had time to do the research on that and figure out why this wallet's still pumping XDC. But obviously it's the holders of XDC and the outside is looking at this as a positive thing. I don't know what's different about their wallet that's different than anybody else's, but I'll find out over the weekend. I'm planning on doing a little bit of research and trying to figure this out, because I do believe in the ISO coins, and if this assists the ISO coins in moving forward, then I can understand why it's pumping the market right now. It's pumping in the market right now when everything else is down. Looks like everything was red overnight. So the overseas markets really didn't care for crypto last night, which is okay. The American markets are waking up. We'll figure out where we're headed this morning as we talk. Like I said, I'm with you guys till about 8:15 at the latest. And then I got to get rolling. I got a whole bunch of meetings I got to take care of today, and a whole bunch of things that I gotta get into today. So the holiday season getting close. So Bitcoin right now sitting at $16,850. Down on the hourly, guys. Had a decent overnight, about a break even overnight, but it's down on the hourly. Ethereum, same. It's down on the hourly. It's in that 1,214. Looks like it's pulling back just a little bit. Bitcoin and Ethereum are attached right now at 0.1% on the hourly. So we'll see. We'll monitor as we talk this morning and see what's happening. BNB 249. It's been about 249, 250 all morning. You see it's even on the hourly, down on the overnight. There's some news that came out with BNB that we'll get to in a minute. Another acquisition that they may be undertaking here in a little while. So could have some positive price action on BNB based on that. XRP sitting at 34 cents. This thing's been hovering right around 35 cents for a minute. So, down on an hour, it's all red all the way across. So losing a little bit of momentum, losing a little bit of steam. Excuse me. There's a lot of FUD. There's a lot of people doubting XRP right now, and Vitalik and Ripple's CEO seems to be going at each other with a war of words. I'm not really going to get involved with their war of words and who's right and who's wrong, but there's a little bit of stuff going on with XRP right now and Cardano, but it is what it is. We'll let them millionaires fight it out, right? Dogecoin pulling way back, guys. Elon's going to step away as Twitter CEO here soon. So what that's going to do for Dogecoin is still up in the air. Is Dogecoin still going to be used in Twitter's new revamped platform with Elon stepping away. That's kind of up in the air. I'll be buying more XRP. Let them right. I'm with you, XXI Gaming. I'll be buying more too. I'm waiting. Not financial advice, not telling you buy, sell, or hold anything, but I'm waiting. I'm gonna see if this thing gets down to like 32 cents. If it goes down to like 32 cents, I'm definitely swooping in. I may buy at 33. And if it holds the line here for another day or so at 34, I may swoop in, but I'm kind of hoping for a dip down to 32 cents because I bought there before. So I'm kind of waiting to see if it pulls back to that price level, and then I'm coming in. Dogecoin, like we were saying, and with Twitter, with Elon stepping away from Twitter, that kind of puts Dogecoin back up in the air as to whether or not it'll be used on a Twitter platform with the new CEO or not. We'll see. But at the end of the day, even if Elon steps away from being CEO, he still owns the company, so he's gonna have something to say about it. Cardano continues to slide back. Cardano continues just to get smashed in this market. This thing's at a quarter. They're underperforming the market. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know how to put a positive light on it. They're underperforming the market, and they have been for a while. This isn't new groundbreaking news. They're not running with the market, but they're dipping hard when the market dips, and that's not a great formula for success. Polygon sitting at 79 cents, guys. It's also this is one that we were on here, and I was saying to you guys for a long time that it's overperforming the market, and for the past 2 days, it's actually started to underperform the market. 0.1%. Where's Bitcoin and Ethereum at? 0.1%. So right now it's running even with the market, but yesterday it underperformed the market. So right now it's running even. So we'll see what's going on with Polygon. It could be a matter of everybody just sitting back and waiting, because it usually overperforms the market. So Polkadot, it's doing what it does. Tron, I don't mess with Tron, but for anybody who does, it's in red as well. Shiba Inu, slide back. It's still sitting at 15. Slid from 14 to 15 after the announcement or lack of announcement, depending on how you view that. You guys on here know my feelings about it. It's running with the market right now at 0.1% on the hour, so it's connected right to the market at this point. It is what it is, and you guys know my feelings. They need to come out with some utility, or they're going to continue to slide down the charts. Solana, Solana was a top 10 token, and it's down here sitting at 16. There's a lot that's still going on with Solana. There's a lot still up in the air with Solana. You have right now Alameda Research that owns about between 11 and 13% of that supply. And what's going to happen in bankruptcy with them, we don't know. But we could be to a point with Solana during bankruptcy where you could see 11 to 13% of the supply getting sold off, either in the private market or open market. And if it gets sold off in the open market, you do the math yourself. But 11 to 13% of the supply getting sold off doesn't equal positive price action for Solana. So I don't think the floor is in on Solana. I think there's a lot going on still with Solana, and I'm going to stay clear of that. But you guys do what you guys want to do, but I'm going to stay clear of that just until they can figure that out. And then maybe it's a good swing trade opportunity, but I wouldn't look to swing trade anything with Solana until the floor is in. my take on it. See, Stellar, another ISO coin, sitting at 7 cents, 7.5, still under, not performing that well. Pulled back from its previous support when it was at between 8 and 9 cents. Pulled back a little bit. Seems to be building some new support here at the 7 cent mark. The low 7 cent mark, it seems to be building some support. So hopefully it can hold this 7 cents and not drop back too far. But there could be some pullback there. Chronos sitting at 5 cents. I didn't buy any last night. I said I was thinking about it, but I just think that there's more pullback in Crow. I think Crow will survive in the long run. I think it'll be here for the long haul. I think right now the market is just shaking itself out. And Crow just happens to be one of the tokens that are kind of in limbo right now with much like any other centralized exchange. And I think it'll pull through. I think it'll be here for the long haul. I don't think Crow's going anywhere. But like I've said on here before, Chronos is one of these ones when I buy it, I'm just sticking it away in a long-term wallet and probably won't look at it for a while as I accumulate it, just because I don't see it really taking off anytime soon, especially in a market like this. But when the bull market does come and it does run, I think it's gonna run. I just think that they're gonna be here. I think it's gonna run. I think Crow's gonna be okay. Quant sitting at 105, guys. This thing is sliding back over the last couple of days. And I own Quant. I'm not selling Quant. My Quant, I'm actually DCAing my way down into Quant and accumulating more. I don't think right now is the time to sell anything. Just my opinion in this market. Why would you sell at the floor? It's kind of my opinion, unless it really something really takes off by itself. I'm not really looking to sell. I have some projects that I'm going to continue to DCA into if they come down. Quant being one of them. HBAR is another ISO coin. It's in at 42 cents. I do own HBAR. If this thing drops to 3 cents again, I'll look to accumulate some more. But it seems to be pulling back. So we're just gonna kind of wait and see what goes on with that situation. But if you're not in HBAR, you may want to, and it's something that you're interested in. Entry point, maybe you can look at an entry point there. 60, Bitcoin still at 1684. About the same. Nothing really happening right now. Here on the daily bubbles, let's go ahead and look at the hourly and see if anything's changing as we talk here. Nothing really. So we'll just kind of keep it moving and come back to that in a minute. The market cap went up another 2 billion from yesterday, sitting at 8 billion 13. When we were on here 24 hours ago, it was sitting at 8 billion 11. It didn't really want to move from 8 billion 11, but it looks like overnight the overseas market put 2 billion into the market, which is good, which is probably why we see a slight increase in Bitcoin, Ethereum. I hope every morning as we get on here and talk, you guys can see how the market cap and price are actually connected. So if you're waking up in the morning and you're trying to do your own research, look at the market cap first. It'll match it up to what you seen yesterday. And it'll kind of let you know where your price action is for the rest of the market as a whole. And it looks like we got 2 billion put back into the market yesterday, which would explain a little bit of positive price action over the 24-hour in Bitcoin and Ethereum. So you know, kind of work your way down. Look at the market cap, then look at your big tokens, then look at your meme tokens, and you can kind of get an understanding of how this thing all fits together. But I'd like to see a little bit more market cap here. But as the day moves on, we'll figure that out, right? So get into a little bit of news for you guys, and then give you guys my take on some of this news. FTX seeks charity and political donations made on behalf of SBF returned. So obviously during the bankruptcy hearing and filing, you're trying to track down money to return back to creditors. So it looks like FTX right now, the new CEO, the new board, they're looking at the donations that were made to charity and political donations. They're trying to bring them back to the creditors, people that they owe. Will they be successful in getting all this money? I'm not sure. It's one of these things that's a 50-50 proposition when you go to bankruptcy on whether or not this money was spent, whether or not it's still available, and whether or not you can reclaim this money. But hopefully, for the creditor standpoint and ultimately the holder standpoint, that have their money tied up on FTX, they can get some of this money back. It's a shame because some of the charity donations that were made, and I'm not going to get into the political donations, but some of the charity donations that were made were probably made to good charities who probably needed the money, and now they're being asked to return the money, which means that they can help less people, which is a shame, really. But when you do shady stuff, this stuff happens. We talked a little bit about this. Elon Musk to resign as Twitter CEO, and he'll run the software and server teams. So, like I was saying earlier, even though Elon Musk is going to step down as CEO of Twitter, he is still going to run and be involved in the business from a software development and server team standpoint. So, this doesn't completely take Dogecoin out of the mix of being a cryptocurrency that may be used on the new Twitter platform, but it does raise some question about that, which is why I think you see the pullback in the Dogecoin price underperforming the market, just because there's questions, and whenever there's questions in investing, it usually leads to the negative price impact and not the positive price impact. So Elon Musk is going to go ahead and step down as CEO, which is probably a good move because Tesla stocks are absolutely bombing out right now. So he probably's got to put some more attention over at Tesla, where the majority of his money sits. So that makes a lot of sense. And Twitter probably could use a social media expert to run it. So good move. I think it's a good move. As long as Elon Musk owns it, I think it's a good move. Big Watts, good morning. How are you? Here's some positive news. FTX's new CEO and management has located $1 billion in assets, $720 million in cash. So this is really positive for the people who have money that locked up on FTX, that they're starting to track down these assets and where they live and where they are. And, every bit of money that they track down, obviously is going to go to creditors. Obviously, some of the creditors are the FTX people who were trading cryptocurrency on FTX, the FTX customers. but they will be paid out last. Make no doubt about that, guys. How these bankruptcy hearings usually go is your biggest creditors get paid out first, which are usually corporations and businesses. And then it will trickle down to the actual individual holders. They'll probably end up getting pennies on their dollar for their crypto. But the more money that they recover, the more money there will be there to trickle down. So this is a positive thing. This is a good thing. What I will say, and it's a little side note of what I'm thinking is, okay, they're tracking down these money. Who's helping them track it down, and where are they tracking it down from? Whose wallets are they sitting in? We may find this out in a criminal hearing. Do you think that Elon stepping down will have an impact on Twitter adopting payments? No, I actually think it's going to ramp it up a little bit. I think Elon's still going to be involved with the software and server side, which is where the payment processing will take place. But I think having a new CEO who's dedicated to Twitter and Twitter only will actually help move the process along a little bit. I think that will actually help Twitter and put a CEO in place whose job is 100% Twitter. Will actually help Twitter push that payment processing out quicker, and also be able to put more concentration on rebuilding the platform. Twitter's platform is in need of an upgrade. And just the way it looks, the way it feels, the way it operates is probably in need of an update. And so you need somebody there to do that full time. That's my take on it. I think you'll see more progress. Here's something for you guys to watch moving forward with Bitcoin, and when it comes to price action, something I'm gonna keep my eye on because this could have a negative impact on the market. Bitcoin mining firm Core Scientific to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. So now you see these Bitcoin miners starting to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, obviously because they're mining Bitcoin. Bitcoin's price is down. They have expenses that they have to cover, and if they cover their expenses by mining Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin's price still continues to sit at about 16,000 and could possibly dip lower, they're making less money because they can't mine Bitcoin and then sell their Bitcoin to cover their expenses. So this is a big deal. This is probably the first big one that I've seen that's going to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. But these miners start filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, you're going to start to see some negative impacts on Bitcoin. And we know that when you have negative impacts on Bitcoin, you have negative impacts on the market as a whole. So something to watch out for, something to keep your eye on, do some research on it. And we don't know how this will affect the Bitcoin market. That's the key here. We don't know. And we don't know either if this is just the first of many, or if this is just one that was mismanaged as well. So something to watch out for. Are these miners going to start filing for Chapter 11? If they do start filing for Chapter 11 and they go under, then what does that do for Bitcoin mining? What does that do for the price? What does that do for the network itself? Something that we really got to watch out for. Other news, I don't think I pulled the article, but I was reading one this morning. where Celsius is possibly getting bought out by Binance. And Binance could acquire Celsius, or Celsius has plans to move forward without a buyer. So Binance is in the running for acquiring Celsius if they want it. So Binance could theoretically be getting bigger and acquiring Celsius. They did acquire Voyager. What I'm interested to see is if Binance does acquire Celsius, are they going to acquire them under the Binance Global or Binance US? And that makes a difference, because if they acquire them under Binance US, like they acquired Voyager, it just means that they're building their United States base stronger and stronger and stronger, which will serve CZ well moving forward, being the biggest player in the United States, because in the United States, money runs everything, right? So if you're the biggest player in the United States, you have a seat at the table. Getting their assets at a discount. Yeah. If CZ does acquire Celsius, their assets will come on pennies on the dollar. And that's one of the things that I was saying about acquiring them with Binance US, that he's able to grow his United States base at a discounted rate. Worldwide Crypto, good morning. How are you? Seen your show last night. You guys were putting it down. But yeah, so CZ may be in the running for acquiring Celsius, and at a bargain rate. So if that happens, pay attention to how CZ buys it. Does he acquire it under Binance US, like he acquired Voyager? And if he does, like I'm saying, be prepared that CZ will start to try to strengthen his stronghold in the United States. So I believe that if I'm CZ, I'm trying to buy it under Binance US and not Binance Global, because the United States is really giving CZ some problems right now. And the more and more he can dip his toe into the United States, and the more and more he can acquire more of the United States market, the better seat he has at the table. And in the United States, money rules the world. So if you own a large share of the United States cryptocurrency market, then you own you bought your seat. You bought your seat at Congress. You bought your seat at the House. You bought your seat in the SEC office. You bought your seat in regulation. So I think that's what CZ's trying to do. I appreciate him for it. I don't dog him for it. I think CZ's got the best interest of cryptocurrency in mind. People may disagree with me about that, but everything that he's called so far, he's been right. When he called FTX, he knew what was going on. That was a straight power move. He played him like a little baby. And when it was time to strike, he struck. He called out Crypto.com. When Crypto.com was playing chess, he was playing Chinese checkers. And as soon as they made a mistake with the movement of their money, he was there to call it out. I'm not going to sit here and dog a businessman for doing business things. If you want to play in the big leagues, you gotta play in the big leagues. And right now, CZ's playing Chinese checkers and everybody else playing chess. And I was on Crypto Lounge's stream last night, and I said this: and I stand by it, is I was in the stock market in 2008 when JP Morgan sat back when all the banks were falling, and then they came in and swooped them all up at a bargain rate. And JP Morgan went from a mid-tier, a mid-tier bank to the biggest powerhouse player in the game. And what CZ's doing right now with Binance reminds me a lot of what JP Morgan did in 2008. He's sitting back, he's letting everybody fall, he's helping them fall, and then he's coming in and he's swooping them up. And right now, JP Morgan owns about 80% of the banking market. And it wouldn't surprise me if CZ ends up with about 60 to 70% of the cryptocurrency market in the United States by the time this is all done. And, I'm not mad at him. Business is business. And you either play in the big leagues or you sit on the sideline. So, Big Watch, you think he's making this move to keep the heat off? No, I think here's my thought on him buying Voyager. One is he acquired the assets at a bargain basement price, which is just good business. 2, he gained the user base for Voyager. 3, he gained the United States licenses that they had, because the United States won't give CZ any expanded license right now. So he's basically saying, well, screw it. I'll just go buy these companies and expand my licenses through them. What was your question again? And yeah, I think what's going to happen is, think about being a Voyager holder, right? This puts the Voyager holders in the best situation to succeed, because this is the best option for them guys to get their money back, is for Binance to buy them. So what's going to happen with all the Voyager holders if CZ returns, 100% or even 90% of their assets? They're going to be on Twitter. They're going to be on social media. They're going to be talking about how great CZ is. They're going to be talking about how great Binance is. And that's going to make it awful hard for the United States government to come in and then make him the villain, right? So CZ's playing this game, and everybody else is just sitting on the sideline watching this mastermind operate. So, you think about that for a minute. You think about Celsius. Let's say he picks up Celsius, and then the people that lost all their money on Celsius, he starts to return them funds. He's going to, what do you think them people on Celsius are going to say, when they start to get their money back? They're going to be on, Twitter, Facebook, and everywhere else, saying how CZ saved their money, which is going to in turn give him that positive publicity, and Binance that positive publicity. And, and yes, so he's getting positive publicity, but at the same time, he's building his asset base and his user base at pennies on the dollar. And that's just business. Are you worried this will give him a monopoly in the crypto industry? No, I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. If you look at the stock market, who has the monopoly in the stock market, right? You look at Fidelity, you look at JP Morgan, you look at BlackRock, you look at all these guys. They have a monopoly on the stock market. They can drive your stocks up and they can drive your stocks down. It's going to be no different in the cryptocurrency market. Centralized exchanges, and they will be regulated. They will have a monopoly on some of the cryptocurrency that's out there right now, and there will be always in the financial sector, no matter which financial sector you're in, whether it's the stock market, whether it's the crypto market, whether it's a future market, it doesn't matter. There's always a biggest player, and then there's always people that come under them. And I'm a sports guy. You guys know I'm a coach. I coached for years. So my thought is you're always going to have starters and you're always going to have people that sit on the bench. And there's a reason why your starters start, and there's a reason why the people coming off the bench come off the bench. And it just is what it is. BlackRock is in everything. BlackRock's in everything. BlackRock manipulates the market. They manipulate the crypto market without people knowing that BlackRock manipulates the crypto market. Did you? What BlackRock is about to start manipulating Bitcoin when they hooked up with Coinbase and started to allow their top users in their exchange to start buying and selling on Coinbase Bitcoin first, and then followed by Ethereum. So when you talk about these big whales coming in from the elite BlackRock investment firms, they're elites coming in and working with Coinbase to buy Bitcoin, and then soon followed by to buy Ethereum. They will manipulate the price. How many of wonder how many of the exchanges are crooks. Is that crooks? I'm trying to read, just chat's moving quick. Are crooks. I think you're gonna have, Maddie, I think you're gonna have a lot of smaller exchanges that just aren't gonna make it, and they're not gonna make it because of how they do business. There's still a lot of exchanges out there that are over leveraged. There's still a lot of exchanges out there that we don't know about that are caught up in the FTX fiasco, that have over leveraged themselves and sold user assets. I believe that we haven't seen the complete fallout from that yet. So I think if a cryptocurrency exchange is using your money to leverage their position, then yeah, that makes them a crook. It's good. Let's see here, catch up here. Always a big, yeah. There's always a big dog, man. Big Wasser is always a big dog, and BlackRock is a big dog, and Binance will be a big dog in the United States, whether people want to believe that or not, and whether the government wants to keep them out of the United States or not. Um, they always will be a big dog. They'll always be a big player. They do billions and billions of dollars of transactions a day, and the second exchange isn't even close. You know, they're not even close. Crooks are in. Crooks are in. Crooks are in. Crooks are everywhere. In every business, there's crooks in the stock market. If you don't think that the stock market, the futures market, the forex market, and everything else is being manipulated um, by the big players that are shorting and longing their positions based on what they have in their portfolio and how they can manipulate the market. If you don't believe that that's going on an hour to hour basis, then you're fooling yourself. I have I have no I have no choice but to hold. You know, I we talked a little bit about this when I first came on, and I'm holding a lot of crypto right now. Because why sell right now? Why sell? You're almost at the bottom of the market, you know. You're almost at the bottom of the market. Why sell at the bottom? Just find yourself a couple good projects that you really truly believe in. DCA your way down into them, and know that that rest of 2022 and all of 2023 is going to be a rough ride, for crypto, for the stock market, for everything. But at the same time, understand that the upside is going to be big. As long as you keep DCAing your way down, it's going to be big. If they need to do something, something like man, it's cutting off on me. Something like, I got the will pay someone. Will pay someone. Yeah, they will. They will pay somebody. If they need to do something like that. You know how many cryptocurrencies? Let me just ask you guys a question. You know how many cryptocurrencies are paying people to KYC themselves? Um, that's not even the devs. It happens. It happens all the time. I got to catch up on this chat. Yes, we have to. We have to hope. We have to hope is the millionaires stop dumping on the millionaires. Are always going to dump. It's just a matter of, do you follow them, and did you make a good enough play where when they start to dump that you're up, that you can follow the dump and go ahead and get rid of yours as well. And that's the question in any trading platform. That's the question, is do you follow them enough? I hate to say it, but it seems like Terra takes a page right out of the. Yeah. Are you talking Terra Luna Classic? Thanks, Worldwide Crypto. Yes, smash and sub, baby. We need them subs. Try to get them subs up. I'm at 200. I want to be at 250 by the end of the year. That's my goal. I'm trying to be at 250. And then going into next year, I want to end next year monetized. I'm only a couple months old, so I want to end next year being monetized. Where's the Twitter space? It's coming. It's coming. We had the Twitter spaces that me and Wadi are going to do, that we're going to put together. We were supposed to do one yesterday, but we both had some things come up due to the holidays that we couldn't jump on. But they're definitely coming. XXI Gaming, they're definitely coming, and when they do come, they'll come on a regularly scheduled basis. And we'll do them the same time every week. And so they're coming. We were supposed to do one yesterday, but we both had some big things that came up late that we needed to take care of. Yes, big. Talking to each other. This is the time. This is the time. Right now is the time where all of your money's made, guys. Right now. Like when the market's at the floor, this is when people are buying. This is when you want to buy. This is when why buy at the top, right? You're bound to get wrecked. All millionaires are buying at the bottom. They're buying at the bottom, and they're holding their DCA in their way down, and they're waiting for that ride. It's because they have disposable income that they can buy these big huge dips at the bottom. That's the advantage of always having money on the sidelines. You know why I tell you guys all the time, like, do not invest everything all at once, because then you don't have any money on the sidelines for when the dips come and the market pulls back. You have to be able to buy that. Have a good day. You too. You too, Maddie. Have a great day. You have to be able to buy that dip, and that's why you have to have disposable money. Um, so terrarium. Good luck. Good luck with that. I did see a video the other day where terrarium somebody did leak their centralized exchange. It looked good. It looked decent. Uh, Pay attention to whether or not they put that liquidity back into the token in the next coming days, though. Um, stream Twitch to stream Twitch to. I am on Twitch. I'm streaming on Twitch right now. I'm actually streaming on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube all at the same time right now. But terrarium. I'm not going to get into a lot of that, Big Watch, because you know how I feel about that. But I hope that they put that liquidity back in the market. They took a lot of money off the token, off the top of the token, um, and they promised to put it back. I hope they put it back. I hope they put it back for the token holders. I'm not invested in that project, so it's hard for me to follow it. So it's the same. It's the same one. Milton gave this to the holders. It's the same. It's the same one. Milton. Yeah. I just can't get on board with that, Big Watch. Like, I can't get on board with that project right now. Like, and that's not to say that I won't listen. If there's money to be made in any project, I want to be in it, right? So if they start to turn things around, and I see a chance to make a quick flip, you know, I may jump back in. I doubt it, but that's not to say that I won't. I doubt it though. It'll take a lot. Found me. That's great. I've never watched myself on Twitch, so I'm glad you found me. I've never watched myself on Twitch. Um, but getting back into these markets, guys. These pre-markets look good. They continue to look good today. I told you guys I was going to be with you till about 8:15, so we'll go ahead and pull it right up to 8:15, and then your boys got to go to a meeting. But the pre-markets look good today. They look all in green. Nike and FedEx came out with their earnings after the bell last night, which really drove up the markets because they were positive. The crypto bubbles today. Let's go back over here on the hourly and see if we're making any movement up. Um, it it don't look like we're it doesn't look like we're getting any better this morning. Before streaming on Twitch, change. All right, I'll look at that. I'll definitely do that. Thanks for the advice, man. What price point? What's price point on you looking for, or to jump back in the chair? It's not really about a price point for me, Big Watch. It's about production. It's about production. It's about whether or not you quit dumping on your holders. There's a lot of things from a management standpoint with terrarium that has to change just for me even to look at it again. And so it's not even about a price point for me. It's really about management and execution. And that TerraPay token really scares me because I think that the TerraPay token is meant to squeeze out the terrarium holders. So it's not about price. When you evaluate cryptocurrencies, and you look at cryptocurrencies different based on what they're trying to accomplish. And when I look at terrarium, and this isn't any fun on terrarium, um, it's not any fun on the Ethereum holders, I should say. Management's a big question mark for me. And if you don't have good management, then you're never gonna succeed. It doesn't matter what you're trying to do. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look at that and make that change for tomorrow. Definitely gonna do that. But Big Watch, like, and I don't want to, like, I get blasted every time I talk about it. Like, people freaking go crazy, so I've tried to steer away from it. But it's a lot. It's management. That so far they haven't shown the ability to run a successful business. And that's kind of where I'm at with that. And that's just my opinion. Bitcoin's still sitting at $16,836, guys. Looks like it's pulling back. It's down 0.3% instead of 0.1%. When we first started talking, Bitcoin was down 0.1%. On the hourly, it's pulled back to 0.3%. So it's pulling back a little bit. Ethereum's pulling back as well. It's 0.2%. So the market's starting to pull itself back a little bit. As we're just talking, the market's pulling back, but not a lot. Like, this is pretty much, we're talking pennies here, right? We're talking pennies on a dollar. So not a lot really going on. You see BNB still holding strong at 249. I'm telling you, just, this is my opinion, and I'll tell you guys how I'm going into the bear market and how I have been going into the bear market. Is I own Bitcoin and I own Ethereum, right? I also own BNB. I am starting to accumulate more BNB than I am Bitcoin and Ethereum, because I think, and this is just my opinion, is I think that during the bull run, BNB has a more percent gain in it than Ethereum or Bitcoin. I think that BNB, from a percent gain standpoint, will outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum. That does not mean that BNB is going to take over Ethereum and Bitcoin's positions as 1 and 2. The only thing it means is that I think that your gains off of BNB will be bigger than they will off of Ethereum and Bitcoin. So I want to be clear about that. But my thought going into the bear, this is just my thought going into the bull run, is that I want to own more BNB than I do Bitcoin and Ethereum. Slingshot inbound. Let's go. But yeah, I hope so. But that's my thought, is that I want to I want to own more BNB than I do. When it comes to the top 3, and I say Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BNB are the top 3. I look at my portfolio and go, okay, well, which one do I want bigger? My personal choice is that I want more BNB than I do the other 2. Just because I think the percent gains going to be higher, and that's where you make most of your money. I think, XRP is always a hold for me, and it's always a gain for me. I'm always looking to acquire more XRP for the bull run. I think XRP is actually going to run before the bull run runs. I think once the SEC case is done, I think you'll get a run on XRP. But I don't think that that's the top of XRP. I think you're going to get a run from the SEC case, and then I think you're going to get a consolidation period all the way up until the next bull run happens. But I think you will get a run out of XRP when nothing else is running. Looks like I might have to DCA into BNB. I'm not telling you what to do, man, but when you just look at pure percents to be gained, you know, I just think BNB has more room to run. I just think that it has a lot more room to run. Hell yeah, XRP Army. I think in Big Watch, I agree. I think that when the SEC case is finally figured out, however they're going to figure it out, I think that XRP, you're going to have that initial pump, right? They're going to pump it, right? And it's going to be because it's going to get listed. People forget it's not, yes, we can buy XRP in the United States, whether it's we buy it like we're not supposed to buy it or we buy it like we're supposed to buy it, right? So we can buy it. And at the end of the day, when XRP gets listed back on all these tier one exchanges, if they win the SEC case in a favorable manner, people forget all the tier one exchanges delisted XRP because of the case. Now, when they relist XRP, if XRP wins, you're going to get that natural pump just from all of the relistings that happen in the United States, from Binance and Crypto.com and Coinbase and you name it, they're all going to be running to list XRP again, and you're going to get that natural pump from that. And then my thought is that you'll get a consolidation period for the rest of the time until the bull run happens. And then when the bull run happens, I think you'll see that natural pump with the market. So with XRP, you literally can see a double pump, one before the bull market and then one during the bull market. I didn't know enough about BNB before and didn't care to research it, but yeah, I look at what CZ's doing right now, right? And the things that he's acquiring. It's all building Binance's brand. It's all building their asset base. It's all building their user base. And it all ties back to the BNB token, right? Yes, the BNB token is the blockchain token. That's what they're using to run the blockchain. So, but it all ties back to BNB, right? So the more and more that CZ starts to take market share away, the more and more valuable that BNB token is going to become. And that's my opinion. I just think that, it's going to become, there's just more room for it to grow because there's going to be more people that have their eyes on BNB, and then there's going to be more people that are going to need to use BNB. When you go over to the Binance chain to trade, and I don't trade on Binance because where I live, I don't have access to Binance. But what I do know is that they're really pushing BUSD. They're really pushing the BNB pairs. They're really pushing all that stuff Binance within their ecosystem. But ultimately, as that BNB token gains market share, it's also going to gain market cap. So that's why I think it has more percent to gain, just because CZ is out here gaining more and more market share, which means acquiring companies, which means it's going to increase its market cap. So that's why I want to go into the bull run with a nice sized bag of BNB. So you feel Binance has eclipsed the of the SEC. No, I think the SEC will always mess with Binance, just because Binance is the biggest player in the game. I think the SEC will always have questions for Binance, but when you're the biggest player in the game, they're less likely to try to take you down too, because the SEC doesn't want to crash the market. They don't. People think my opinion is the SEC isn't dummies, right? Um, they don't want to crash the cryptocurrency market. What they want to do is find a way to cash in on the cryptocurrency market. So when you're dealing with Binance, who's the biggest player in the game, I don't think that their intention is to make Binance go away. I think their intention is to find out how they can cash in on Binance. And cashing in on Binance means us paying taxes, right? And I think that's what they're trying to get at. That's what they're trying to figure out. And if they can figure that out, they'll they'll leave crypto alone. Um, they'll regulate it, but all their regulations are going to be based on around how do they gain the most tax dollars off of crypto. And I think they're always going to go after CZ. I think CZ's always going to be under the spotlight because he's the biggest. Every big player in every market is always under the spotlight. So I think, but at the same time, I think he's going to have a lot of say in how things work themselves out as well. So if he becomes the biggest player in the United States, he'll have a lot of say. He'll have a seat at the table. Will it work out always for him? No, but at least he has a seat at the table. You're right. I was watching the stream last night, and Jeremy Hogan said. And Jeremy Hogan said the SEC, the SEC wants to contract the, yeah, and it's all about taxes, right? Big Watch, like it's all about taxes. It's all about how can they capitalize on the dollars, right? And that's what they want. You're looking at an $8 trillion industry, $800 trillion industry right now that the United States doesn't see a lot of tax dollars from. So, obviously they're going to come knocking at the door looking for their money, right? So, this is what we're talking. People put up smoke and mirrors about the SEC and about regulation and about all this stuff. And it's all smoke and mirrors, because what it all boils down to is how can they accept the most tax dollars that they can get from the cryptocurrency market. And if you ask yourself that question and you can answer that question, then you can start to work backwards to figure out what they're going to do. And they're going to make regulation that benefits them in collecting the most tax dollars that they can collect. They're not going to put regulation in place that doesn't allow them to profit off the regulation. So if you think that the regulations that they're going to put in place are there to safeguard you, you're the fool. The regulations that they're going to put in place are going to be put in place so that they can benefit the most off of tax dollars. That it doesn't have anything to do with your protection. Where do you buy your BNB? I buy my BNB right off of Pancake Swap. I go right to Pancake Swap and buy it, and then I keep it all in DeFi wallet. I try to keep as much as I can on the DeFi side, so I try to keep it right in my DeFi wallet. And if I do buy it off of an exchange, I immediately send it to my DeFi wallet. So, I if you're buying it off an exchange, I would send it to DeFi wallet, just hold it there. I'm not a big staker, but I know if you send it to a trust wallet, you can actually stake it, and you only have to stake it for 14 days, and then you have access to it anytime you want it. No, I actually, when I buy it off of Pancake Swap, what I do is I usually go and I buy it. It's a little bit crazy. I send over some USDC or USDT. I swap that out for BUSD, and then I buy BNB. That's a complicated process, but if you can buy it right off an exchange, you got to remember I don't have access to a lot of exchanges because I'm from New York, so very few exchanges do I have access to. So, but if you can buy it off an exchange, I would buy it off an exchange and then just move it, moving BNB tokens off of a wallet, moving BNB tokens off of a wallet. Off an exchange to a wallet is cheap. Moving Ethereum tokens will cost you a little bit more, but moving BNB tokens is usually pretty cheap. So, all right, with that, guys, I gotta go. I'm already running overtime, which means I'm already running into my next meeting. But I will see you guys. I will see you guys in the chats later on. I will see you guys around later on. And I will, be interacting with you guys in chats. We'll try to do this tomorrow. Again, I appreciate it. I appreciate your guys' time. I appreciate your guys watching me. I appreciate you guys listening to me rant a little bit. So I appreciate that. With that, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this thing out. Let's get as many people watching this as we possibly can. And let's kick it every morning. And with that, I'll see you guys around in the chats. Go support your YouTubers. Go support the people you guys believe in. DCA into your favorite projects. Don't sell at the floor. Don't sell at the bottom unless you absolutely have to. And let's go ahead and make some money together in this next bull run. DCA into your best projects. With that, guys, I'm out. Appreciate your guys' time. Appreciate your guys' likes. Appreciate your guys' subs. Have a great day.